All right, the first problem is the balanced scorecard problem. And so for the balanced scorecard, we need the four perspectives. The first is financial, the second is customer, the third is internal business processes, and the fourth is learning and growth. All right. So when you're doing a balanced scorecard, one of the things you want to pay attention to is the narrative, what's going on. Here, their profits haven't grown despite sales increasing. They've got employee turnover. Cost of ingredients are stable. They're getting returns on substandard products. So when we build our balanced scorecard, we want to take those things into account. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to have the net income, because that hasn't been going up despite sales going up. So we want to make sure that what we're doing is affecting the bottom line. So net income is going to be important. And then I'm also going to look, it says we've had a slight loss of market share. So I'm going to look, but the other thing they said is we've got the substandard product and cost have been stable. So I'm going to look at the cost of goods sold. And in particular, instead of looking at the purchase price for what I'm buying, I'm going to be looking at my usage. This is where, if we were doing standard costing, we would look at the materials usage variance, because all these substandard products we're not getting paid for. And so, but we're having to produce them and they have a cost. So I'm going to look at cost of goods sold on that. On customer perspective, I'm going to look at market share. Says we've had a slight drop in that. So I'm going to look at market share, and I'm going to look at number of returned items. Okay, we want our quality to go up, that sort of thing. So I'm going to, in internal business processes, I'm going to look at quality control. And I'm going to look at employee turnover. The fact that we're getting employee turnover may be contributing to our quality problems, which feeds into our cost of goods problems, which net income problems. And then finally, on the learning and growth, I'm going to look at employee training. And the other thing I think I'm going to look at on learning and growth is do we need to redesign our factory layout? So process redesign. And you could make a good argument process redesign goes into internal business processes. These are, market share could go into financial also. Some of these can cross over more than one thing, but that's one idea that I would have. But that's the kind of thing you want to do on a balanced scorecard problem. Okay, the next one we've got alpha, a single product, 500,000 fixed cost, $25 per unit variable cost. They estimate they can sell 15,000 units at $60 each. So if they sell 15,000 units at $60 each, how much money are they going to make? So our revenue is going to be 15,000 times 60 is 900,000. Our variable cost is going to be $25 a piece. Is 375,000, leads us to a contribution margin of 525,000, minus our fixed cost of 500,000. So we're only making 25,000 here, so not a whole lot. So then the question arises, how much would they make if they, under absorption costing? Okay, so absorption costing, we have to get a cost of goods sold. We know that $25 is going to be for the variable cost, but then we need the 500,000 and divide that by 15,000 made is $33.33 each. So that's $58.33. So if they only sold 14,000, so under absorption, their revenue would be 14,000 times 60 is 840,000. $58.33, 14,000 times is 816,000, 620. So they would make 23,380 under absorption costing. Under variable costing, which is going to be that format, it'll be the 840. The revenues don't change for 14,000. $25 a piece, 14,000 is 350,000. Gives us a contribution margin of 490,000. Subtract off the fixed costs of 500,000, and we lost $10,000 on that one. Oh. I'm going to stop it there because it's acting up a little bit, and so these will be short videos. I'll just do more of them.